You know what? I watched the whole of the arguments in the House of Commons yesterday and a bit today, and what I can't help but notice is today all the newspapers and news outlets can focus on is Boris Johnson's language that he's using isn't statesmanlike, or isn't that of someone who should be leading a country, because he's using words like surrender bill or I'd rather be dead in a ditch than extend Brexit. It's hardly bad language. And what they're not saying is Boris Johnson is focusing on the what's next, what happens next for Britain. How do we become great? How do we move forward past Brexit? And all the Labour and SNP and Liberal Democrats can focus on is how much they don't like Boris Johnson. But that's the case for anyone who sits in that Prime Minister's seat. So it reminds me of a child arguing with their parent about not eating their dinner. They don't want to eat their dinner. Well, you're going to eat your dinner, or you're not going to have any dessert. The child just wants to argue about eating the dinner, and the grown-ups actually thinking forward past dinner, what's happening later. The child is just focusing on, I don't want dinner. I mean, it's not a great analogy, but in my eyes, the Labour Party are just children trying to annoy Daddy while Daddy tries to fix the mess. And if you actually watch all of the interactions between the parties in the House of Commons, whenever Boris Johnson is speaking, the Labour Party are so loud you can hardly hear what he's saying on the TV anyway. I don't see it from inside, I just see it from the TV, and you can hardly hear what he's saying. And John Bercow, the Speaker of the House of Commons, he hardly ever interrupts. He does stop them from time to time. He'll do it on a general basis. And whenever Jeremy Corbyn or any member of the opposition party are speaking, there is quiet. It's quiet. And as soon as one comment is made by the Conservatives, John Bercow straight out that seat. Order! Order! And he starts naming and shaming the Conservative Party. He doesn't do that to the Labour Party. And I just think it's really unfair. Like the view that they're trying to give of these people. And Boris Johnson's opening statement yesterday was solely about moving this country forward and how the negotiations have progressed, even though they said they wouldn't. And what's to come next. We're going to focus on the NHS, violent crime, all these other things that are going to get done as soon as we get done with Brexit. And everybody else on the opposition party wants to focus on is delaying Brexit and keeping it as something that we keep talking about. They've been offered a general election twice. They've turned it down, yet they stand in the House of Parliament saying they want a general election. They only want it on their terms. They know they're not going to win that general election. Even the Labour Party, they don't even believe in the leader of their own party. And they want us to listen to them. They want us to follow them. Now, I want you to understand that I'm not a Conservative. I'm not anything. I've never really voted. And my opinion doesn't really matter, but it's the opinion of someone who has no opinion per se. Like, politically, I have no bias, and all I can see is a man trying to move this country forward past Brexit, get it done with, deliver what the people actually voted on, and everybody else trying to stop it. They're actively trying to go against the will of the people, and people need to realise that. They just need to see that that's what's happening. Just watch the House of Commons on a daily basis, or just flick it on every now and then, and hear what's actually being said, and then read the newspapers and see what they focus on. Very, very small aspects of the wider topic that's being discussed. Interesting.